all excited, and man, I wish I had some market share in Starlink, but I don't. So we're all building it all up, how great it is. And then if it doesn't perform, we're going to be pretty sad.
Jill and I are about to, tomorrow morning, actually take an odyssey on the way around the country. And we will record all these shows for at least a month. Mm-hmm. And so we've got new equipment. You don't know about this, Jill, but there's a pretty accurate and pretty real-time string on Reddit about where and why Starlink works and really? When it doesn't and all of that. So it's real in real time. You can see what's going on. Like, is it me?
Do you know we're on Reddit?
Doing? Yeah.
Oh, you did know that. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm. How did you know that?
How did I know we're on Reddit?
Yeah. No, I mean, people talk about us on Reddit. Someone told me that. I'm like, they talk about us on Reddit?
I work here, so I don't know. I probably put us on Reddit back in the day.
That's funny. Is it
you? This is a classic, you're just a dumb middle-aged man. And how would you even know we're on Reddit? This is something that I thought was beyond you.
I did not call you mediocre. That's our buzzword today. Mediocre.
The total Homer Simpson moment. Like, Homer, we're on Reddit. Yeah, I know.
That's really funny. That's good. So cool. Well, thank you for everyone who's here and joining in. And I'm just going to give a little intro before we get started, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about today. And I hope that, because I see some new to Land Academy people here, I love getting questions from folks who are new. Please, whatever it is, ask away. You just said something today. We just recorded our podcast for next week, and Jack just said, I love when there's a handful, an influx of new Land Academy members in Discord, because it's fresh eyes and fresh questions, and it makes you look at things in a new perspective with some of the things that people come up with. I'm like, you're right. It's great. So please don't think just because you're brand new as of yesterday, that doesn't mean you don't have a good question, and whatever's on your mind, we want to talk about it. So that's why this is office hours. So I'm Jill DeWitt. I'm here with my partner, Steve and Jack Vitala. We are Land Academy and House Academy. We've been doing deals. Well, let's just say Jack's been doing deals since the 90s. I am younger, and not by much. But I came along with you going on 14 years now, I want to say. Yeah. And combined, we've got about 16,000 of our own deals under a belt. I can't even imagine if we added up. We should take a poll sometime in Land Academy and say, how many deals are you averaging a year, kind of thing. It would just be staggering to think about how many deals people can attribute, you know what I mean? Because of us, it's probably a scary, amazing, cool number. So, and that's it. We're here to talk about it and share stuff with you, all about how we buy and sell land. I thought I had somebody that's coming up on the stage. Come back if you want to raise your hand, if you want to jump up here, and I will.
Talking about how many deals you've done, there's offshoot educational groups for buying and selling land that pop up and then usually fold on the internet all the time. And the most recent one now is some guys in Chicago that really boast about the fact that as a group they've done, I don't know, 50 or 80 deals together. And this is a person who was a Land Academy member for a very brief amount of time, copied all of our stuff, and then just demanded a refund, and then went off and did it. So it cracks me up that it's just funny when you talk about accumulated deals and how you can slice it all. Mm-hmm. Be careful who you learn from. That's what I mean.
That's good. Good point. Hey, Andy, how are you?
Hi, Jill. Can you guys hear me? I'm talking through my headphones.
Perfect.
Very well.
Yeah.
Awesome. I was actually listening to a old land talk, and then it popped up on my phone that you guys were live. I was like, oh boy, guess I'll just go live with you.
Cool.
Hey, so I was going to maybe ask in the group or see what Kevin Farrell had to say or somebody, but we just had this deal come in today. This guy does not want to sell the original property that we made the offer on, but he has a mobile home that he's like, hey, if you're interested. And I'm like, well, I think I am, and I've heard Jack say multiple times that he loves a good mobile home property, but is there anything, like, what do you look for when somebody offers you a mobile home? Is there anything I should look out for? Should I just make a classic 20-30% offer? How do I even value that?
So I think that, Joe, may I?
Yes, I love these.
I think that valuing mobile homes when they're on their own land. So there's two types of mobile homes. You probably know this, but I'll say it for everybody else. There's mobile homes that we're all really familiar with that are in mobile home parks. You own the mobile home usually. You're the end user. You live there and you pay land rent or pad rent. I'm assuming this is not not the case because we're land people. So is this where a mobile home that's on the person owns the land under it?
I'm not even 100% sure. I got off the phone with him about 15 minutes ago, and he said, all right, I'll send you an email. So I haven't even got the details on this guy's mobile home yet. I'm just kind of curious what I should even be looking at when I get this. I guess you would have to own the land, I guess, or else I'm probably out, yeah.
For it to work for us and people like us, I think you need to own the land. And this is a very desirable product. It could be falling down. It could be visually the worst thing you've ever seen or smelled. But the fact that it's got its own land is fantastic. So, and they're very, very easy to value. Hopefully, there's a lot of other mobile homes around there that are on their own land, and the huge variance in price here is the age of the mobile home. And so, the best case scenario is it's just a pile of crap, and on its own land, and so you can look around and see who's replaced them recently, and what the value is of a replaced new mobile home on that dirt. So we've done deals, Jill. We've done deals where we buy a mobile home property just like this for $3,000 to $5,000, sell it to somebody for 30 or 40. They scrape it, put a new mobile home on there, and sell it for 200. So that's what you're kind of looking for, that opportunity. Right. We started on the path in the past of putting these mobile homes on ourselves, and I would rather be in a relationship with Jill.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say Andy too. If it's a really old, not been lived in, the guy hasn't seen it in 3 years kind of thing, situation, before you make an offer, find out what he wants, because often these people will they see it as worse than just vacant land, because they're like, oh my gosh, because someone's going to have to come in and move it, and that's going to cost a couple $1,000s, and this is going to cost a couple $1,000s. They see it like it's a real negative to them. So he might say, well, if you were going to give me, like Jack just said, say you were going to give me $15,000 for the dirt. Well, shoot, I got an old mobile home on it that it's in terrible condition. So how about I take 10? You'd be like, well, I was going to go to 20, and he went down to 10. So find out what he wants for it, and that will tell you a lot.
He was like, it's a turnkey operation, great condition. I was like, sounds good, man, but it sounds like that's not even. We would prefer the opposite of that.
Right. Well, and maybe it is. Maybe, but turnkey to him is, well, how old is it, and when is somebody living in it? Does it have somebody in there right now? Was his mom in it up until a month ago, and that's what happened? I don't know. So, did he say any of the story like that? Who's in it, or?
He didn't know. He sounded like he wanted to get off the phone with me pretty quickly. So he's like, I'll send you the details. All right, man. Okay. All right, bye. I was like, okay. So I actually not even too sure what it's about yet, but
all right.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, ask a lot of questions. I would
absolutely
be a sponge and let him rattle off the situation. And like I said, I wouldn't even make an offer. Say, well, okay, all right, I got it. What do you want for the thing? You know how I roll. And then go from there.
Sure. Get the number from him first. Cool. Well, yeah, thank you.
I just looked, Andy, and I just had a smoking deal that I'm extending today, by the way.
I know. I've very much been considering it. I actually went through the education a few years ago, and I was very part-time with land, so I didn't stay in it. And I've been really ramping things up recently, so I want to join, but I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. I've spent a ton of money on mail and other things, and I'm just kind of
you know what?
Man,
I'll tell you, if you're
sending more, I want to be in it.
Well, depending how much money you're spending on mail, then if you're not getting the member pricing on mail, you're losing money. FYI, I can't remember what the number is, but if you're sending more than like 3,000 or 5,000 units a month, then you should be doing the member pricing, because the monthly thing, the $295, is cheaper.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
think Jack
saying?
mentioned it's like 5,000 pieces of
It's
mail,
5,000.
and you end up, yeah.
There you go.
It's 5,000. And what she's really saying is that since you've been in the group, just if you call somebody at Land Academy, they'll give you a smoking deal if you want to
Well, I
rejoin.
got
Yeah,
one right now.
yeah. I mean, I,
We're not here to sell anything. I really
Oh
mean it.
yeah,
But it's a
yeah.
special
Oh, I know.
circumstance if you're already in the group.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to be in for the discounts and all that, but the biggest thing is that community. I mean, I'm in
That's
Discords
right.
for some other things, and there's such good communities. And every time Jack talks about how good the Land Academy Discord is, I'm like, oh man, I know exactly what it is. I bet it's awesome. Full
Yep.
of people, just good info and good conversation. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of pulling the trigger on it. I definitely am. What I've been, me and my brother do this together, and I've been saying, man, if we just get a couple sales, man, we'll just join it. I imagine I'll be in the next year, but the
Mm-hmm.
sooner the better, I suppose. I've
We'll
watched
be
all your
here.
stuff, you know.
Good.
We'll be here when you're ready, bud.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
You got
Yep.
it. It's funny you say that because we had somebody that said, people are making money, they're doing great. I got this. I'm gonna go off and do my own thing. Great. And that was like in springtime. And it was so sweet. The person came back, they're like, I had no idea how much I need community. Like I think it was helping hold them accountable. I'm like, that's kind of how I am. Like I don't go to a
Absolutely.
gym. I go to a gym to be held accountable. I need my peers around me, even if I see different people. It's like it'll keep me going. So
You can only watch so many podcasts, you know. It's good to
Yeah.
chat things over with people.
That's our
exactly.
motto. We can
Yeah.
only watch so many of our own podcasts.
Yeah. I've watched them all. Yeah. I
Oh
watched them all.
Oh,
no.
I'm
geez.
doing repeats. I'm listening to old land talks. I'm like, man, I need some new content. The best content is just talking to people live. And so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Good.
awesome.
That's
Well, I
good.
appreciate what y'all do, man. You guys are man and Jill.
Oh,
You guys are
thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Andy. Man
That's
and Jill.
good.
Yeah.
That's a
Man
show.
and Jill.
That's a show next week. Thank you. The Man and
Yeah.
Jill.
We're gonna do that, Andy. That's awesome.
Oh no!
That's
I'll
perfect.
laugh when you guys do title the show that.
That'll be good. Man and Jill by Andy. There we go.
Oh boy! All right, I don't want to take up too much time. Thank you, guys.
Thanks. You're
Thank you.
welcome. Hey, Michael. How are you? I've got you up here. You should be able to join in. If sometimes when you have headphones plugged in, there's a when you come on stage, I've heard there's like a glitch. That's one thing I can think of that my team has shared. So if that makes a difference. How about Ed? Are you able to say hello, Ed?
Yeah. Hey guys, it's
Yay.
Ed. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Well, first of all, I just want to say thanks. I mean, I've been an Atlanta Academy member now for like 2 months. Plan on doing career path in October. Have we got like 5 deals under going to escrow right now, and I have been in a ton of different coaching clubs in other niches. Which is like my past life still. And you guys have just created an amazing community. I asked a simple question about funding and deal funding, and literally within 30 minutes, 5 guys private messaged with all all different yet distinct answers. So it was really really amazing. I was kind of blown away.
Great.
That's
Glad it's
awesome.
working for you.
Yeah. So I guess really quick question. Uh, is Jack? I guess I'll challenge you like to I think this would be great. I know you guys love putting out good content. I think you're awesome at teaching the red light green, red, yellow, green, and then pricing those zip codes. And then recently you've talked about just how you're going a little more granular in the APN areas. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, APN pricing for sure.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I don't know if you, just to throw by you, is just even going deeper on that, like where you screen share and demo that. Because what's kind of the opposite is that when the deals are coming in, when I start pricing or looking at comps, there's just definite differences inside those zip codes of, like pricing per acre and value. So um, that's just kind of something to share. And I think you guys do an amazing job with it.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm happy to do that. In fact, I'll do it again. Jill and I, when we were in Santa Barbara, I did a whole show on this and everybody loved it during the Thursday call. I think it was. Joe, what month was that?
Yeah, I think it was
July.
2 months ago, right? Yeah.
So if you want to take a look at it, go back on Land Investors and look at that Thursday call. There's some information on that. And I'm happy to do it again because it always gets a really good response. But I'll tell you, when we do mailers, when I personally do a mailer, I price by zip code, and then I sort by APN for an APN scheme. So I'm looking at a zip code. Let's say I've got all the 5 to 10 acre properties in there that fit my acquisition criteria. And then what I'll do once that is all set and ready to go, and it's priced, I'll sort for APN. And what you'll find is blocks of APNs. So let's say you'll find 20 or 30 or 100 APNs that start with 105, 20 or 30 or whatever number it is, 106, 107, then 339 or whatever the schemes end up being. And then you can separate those out at the tail end of your regular zip code pricing, methodology, and go in and take a look at either scrape for it or test for reason and start to adjust by zip code there. I mean, by APN, at the tail end. So I can make a big, huge thing out of it, but in the end, that's all we really do. I think anything more than that, you start to put yourself at risk of, oh shit, this mailer took 3 weeks instead of 3 days.
Yeah. And that was my quick follow-up, and then I'll jump off because let other people. But I think like one of the things I'm just trying to piece together as I'm kind of building this machine is just getting more mail out. And for you guys to talk about like getting 10, 20, 30 mailers a month. Do you have any quick advice on just getting, like, are you trust the system? So like, your interview with like Luke Smith and a few other people that have been doing this longer, are you just like, we know if we mail 10,000, 20,000 pieces, the numbers back out, as long as our pricing's accurate, we're going to find enough good deals on that. And I know you spoke about that yesterday on the podcast.
That's absolutely the case. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's really an insurance policy.
No?
You're going to get, if you're, with your trolling methodology, well, if you're only trying to buy $2,000 properties like in San Bernardino County, it's not going to work. But if your criteria is I need to make $40,000 to $80,000 on each deal, and you send out 10, 20, 30, 50,000, you're going to do great.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I just want to say thank you. You guys keep going. I love it. Yeah. And Jack, man, I tell you, I obviously troll other people's coaching clubs. I have purposefully not bothered investing in those because modeling what you guys have put together is so specific and so A to Z that it just would be a distraction. So I just wanted to share that with you and just keep it up. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ed. I never get tired of hearing that. What we have that all of those groups don't have, almost without exception, is a tremendous amount of failing at stuff experience.
I love it. Well, have a great one. Thanks so much, guys.
You too. Look for you in October. That'd be so fun. We have I think we have a career path 2 or 3 member. I can't remember which session it is. Coming back for 5. I don't recall. Brooklyn will tell me here. But it's fun when we have people that are like, okay, now I need to come back and do it again because now I've got, and they know we've changed some things, we've added some things.
Exactly.
And just, like we were talking about with Andy, there's accountable and and some about being in a room, like this room, being in a room with like-minded people who are doing deals like you, or even doing things where you want to be. There's nobody. That's the best and fastest way to get yourself to that point. Is just walk up and sit down to that person theoretically. So,
yep.
Super cool.
Every list of there's a million lists out there about how to be successful and what these habits that you can form, and they're everywhere. Almost on every list that I've ever gone through, there's always some version of hang out with people that have already done it, or hang out with people that are already successful and have something to share or add. So that's what Career Path is.
Exactly. I'm going to see if Michael's able to. He put a note. You had technical problems. I wasn't sure if you got your technical problems. You know what's so cool? Michael's image looks like a screenshot of the outlines of a property.
I
I don't
think
know if
that's
you
what
can
it
see
is.
that. I think it's great.
How dedicated is that?
That is awesome. I think that is really, really cool.
I hope he's not going to buy that property, but it's a great.
Yeah, I don't see access. No, I'm just kidding.
I think it's halfway. It's one of those properties that's got 3 land-based APNs with 1 structure on it.
Ah, that's really
Yeah, Michael,
funny.
don't buy that property.
That's hilarious. I won't. Oh wait. I can't hear you. No. Try me again, Michael.
In my experience, in my how many years of experience being on the air with Jill, it occurred to me recently that the more education you have, the more formal education you have, the less you know how to use this technology. So congratulations, Michael, because I put myself in that group.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we got you.
Okay, I
Yay.
went out and I left quietly and came back.
Oh, perfect.
Good.
Yay.
Glad you're
So
here.
yeah. By the way, that outline of the land is actually property that I already purchased and sold.
Oh,
Good.
so I'm wrong. Okay, excellent.
Well, give us the numbers now.
Yeah, no, it's one of those little ones. My only experience, just kind of an FYI, is with coastal properties in Arkansas. So buying the
Mm.
post-tax sale properties and flipping those. And the only kind of marketing I've actually done is neighbor letters, and I've sold over 100 of those. So I'm
Nice.
trying to get more experience on the mail side where I'm very deficient. I did hire a coach and sent out 12,800 letters and got only trash back. So
Yeah.
I'm here to learn the right way.
Okay.
So
We got
hopefully
you.
I'll
Welcome
get
to the
some.
club.
Well, thank you very much. And so far what I've seen is very impressive.
Good.
I want to second what somebody else said in there, that you guys have a quality and a depth to your material that's not in any other group. So
Thank
kudos to
you.
you.
Thank you very
Again, that's what
much.
comes from failing often.
Yeah, well, you definitely learned from your mistakes. So
Yep.
I'm the beneficiary, and I appreciate it.
My most recent mistake was don't buy that property when you did, and you proved me wrong, and that's just how it is.
That's true.
That's funny. Um, so I just have some. I haven't been here long enough to ask any intelligent questions on the material or anything. But what I would like to know is, from an offering perspective, Neighbor Scoop versus Parcel Fact, is that merging, and if so, when, and what's that going to look like as far as pricing and user? When can I get into that?
Go ahead, host.
Now, the merge happened already. There's
Okay.
still a few little. You'll still see name updates that are coming, but officially we moved. We moved. Neighbor Scoop was a better, more robust product. So we're basically, making Parcel Fact Neighbor Scoop is what it is. Or wait, Neighbor Scoop
Okay.
Parcel Fact. That's it. So it's Parcel Fact. So anyway, it's already done. And
All right.
the member pricing is on there, and it's the same as it was for the old Neighbor Scoop. And the nice thing is, what we didn't have before, which I didn't realize with Neighbor Scoop, there's one little feature that Parcel Fact had that I didn't realize Neighbor Scoop didn't have, which was it works on your phones. I'm like, huh, I didn't even know Parcel Fact was doing that. So now you have all the beautiful, awesome things that you had in Neighbor Scoop on your phone, and it's all called Parcel Fact.
Awesome. Okay.
So,
So I currently have a Parcel Fact account. I have for a
oh, good.
couple years. Um, do I just close that one out and create a new member account under Neighbor Scoop then, or what would you recommend as far as transition?
The
So we have a
display
whole
should have already
procedure.
changed. You
We have
should
a
have
whole
noticed it
procedure for
looks
this, and the best
different.
thing you can do because Jill and I just really work here.
That's true.
If you ask this, go to support at Land Academy. It'll open a whole ticket, and we've got a staff full of very much better educated people than Jill and I about what goes on in these companies.
They're even messaging me right now. Just if you send it,
Great.
if it's not looking like it was updated, just send it out to support at Land Academy, and they'll make sure it's updated. And
Okay.
you
I
get it
appreciate it,
through
guys.
October at the old pricing. Whatever the
Yeah.
cheaper of
So
the two was that you I think you have, you're going to stay at that pricing for a little while. So don't worry about
yeah,
it.
that's my point. It might be cheaper
Yeah.
to use your old username and all that. So just ask them, and they'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate that information. And I look forward to being part of the group. Thanks, guys.
You're
Welcome, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you're going to be on the call today too. If you can stand being with us for a couple more hours.
Yeah, so I haven't found the information for the call. I guess I'll try to look that up real quick.
Yep, it'll be check your email. It's a separate Zoom invite that
Okay,
it may have come in last night or it may have come in this morning. I don't know, but it's a separate Zoom
awesome.
invite that you have.
I'll definitely try to do that if I don't get pulled in from work. I'm a full-time employee too. So.
Got it.
Yep,
you would not be the
I get
first
it.
one hiding under your desk.
I'm hiding at the
Listening.
kitchen table. I'm
There we
100%
go.
virtual.
There you go. Exactly. Like, yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah, what do you need? That's awesome. Good. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so glad. Hey, T, how are you? And I've got right here.
Hello.
Chat.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Jill.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thanks
What's
for
on your mind today?
thanks for letting me let me come up to speak. Well, I have some interesting situation I would like to ask you guys.
Sure.
See if you have any thoughts on that. So we have a piece of land that the city government wants to buy from us and build a road. However, they're not able to give us a good price. So someone told us that we can ask for something called transportation impact fee credit. Is this something you guys familiar with?
Yeah, it sounds like if it's a city scenario, it sounds like it might be subject to the eminent domain process. And by law, they're supposed to give you a market price. So you don't feel like it's market price. You think it's less than that?
Yeah, we definitely think less than market value because we have a offer from multiple buyers. They give the price which but city cannot match that price. Basically, city has his own appraisal, come up with a very low price.
Mm-hmm. Well, is there a reason that you don't just take the highest offer and then go about your merry way?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I can like take the offer and sign a contract. But the complication is we did that. So the first buyer went through the meeting with the city, and the city during the meeting, basically city saying you have to build a road because you are a developer. You have to build not only one side of the road, you need to build both sides of the road. So that actually caused a financial problem. The number doesn't work anymore with the road construction, additional road construction cost.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that buyer backed out.
Can I weigh in, Jack? I have an idea.
Heck yes. I bet it's the same as mine.
I picked up on something you said, T, that you assigned a contract, which tells me you don't own it.
No,
So which tells
no,
me that I would walk away.
no, we own it. We did not.
Oh.
We
Oh.
will
Okay.
not. So, excuse my.
Okay. I thought you don't own the property and you just like have equitable you know what I'm trying to
No,
say? I can't think of the term.
we own the property.
Okay, you paid for it. It's in your name.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So now you're trying to figure out what to do with it. Now
So
it's a
let's
whole
take
different
a
scenario.
couple steps back here. Is the offer that you got from the city, is it more than you paid, substantially more? Is it acceptable in any way?
Oh, the offer we get is much more than city is willing to pay.
Is it more than what you paid for it?
Yeah, it's more than what we pay for it. Yes.
Okay.
A lot more?
Some some level of more, but we have like the financial cost to hold the land. We hold the land for many years.
Oh, okay.
We don't
And
do that.
yeah,
Okay. What did you pay for it, T? 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000?
we paid about $2 per square foot.
Oh, that doesn't help me.
So here, let's cut to the chase here. real estate deals with governments suck.
Mm-hmm.
And so even if you did sign the contract now, there's going to be there's going to be a lot of things that are involved. And, it could take years, more likely years than weeks or months. So we tend to follow the Land Academy model here, which is buy a piece of property for a reasonably small, low amount and resell it for more, hopefully doubling your money, and then move on to the next deal. And it sounds like there's nothing wrong with this, but it's not falling within the regular Land Academy model. So when I've been in situations like this, and I have been in many, I try to get the hell out of the deal as fast as I can, even if it's like it doesn't involve maximizing price. In fact, there's been situations where, and not necessarily in a government deal, where we have 3 offers. And this has happened to Jill and I multiple times in our career, many times actually. We've got 2 or 3 offers sitting there, and we don't necessarily take the highest offer dollar wise, but we do take the offer that where we believe the deal is going to be the easiest and fastest to close.
Ding, ding.
So that's my recommendation to you. I would take a couple of steps back and say, how can I get out of this thing as fast as I can? Maybe make a little money, and then move on to a more regular buy low, sell high type transaction with a bunch of private parties who have money burning holes in their pocket.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I wish I could, from a technical standpoint, I wish I could answer your questions better about eminent domain and the city and stuff, but we run like hell from deals like that typically.
So actually, my question was about the impact fee credit part, right? So do you know that part, that credit can
No, I
be
don't.
transferable?
I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
Hopefully there's a local attorney that you can talk about with it, where they don't charge you an arm and a leg just to give an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Again, I just don't, doing real estate deals with governments and impact fee credits and all that. There are people that make careers out of that, and my hat's off to them. They're very patient usually. That's just not our regular model.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a better answer.
Okay. That's fair enough. So yeah, so that's something is part of the the deal with the government, like involved with the government for that credit part. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good lawyer would know, who specializes in this would know right away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for sharing with me.
Sure. Thank you, T.
Thank you, Jack. Hey, Ray, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
Good, thank you. What's
Hey,
going
Jack,
on in
how are
your
you?
world?
Excellent. Good to see you again here.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come on first and foremost just to say hello to you guys. And I wanted to just give a quick update where we are with things and somewhat of I guess like a testimony.
Oh, bring
So
it.
through Land Academy, I guess, I know a lot of people are on here and a lot of people that's probably interested in getting involved. And if you were asking me, I would say 10,000% that you should get involved. These guys, I said it before, are like the king and queen of the space.
Mm-hmm.
And through them, or because of them, from what we've learned from them, we put ourselves in position. We're dealing with the biggest deal of our land career. And we've been involved, I say about maybe 3 years investing. And we finally closed on a big deal. It was 260 acres that we bought for 3.4. It just got listed yesterday for 8.9.
Wow.
I have a picture of it. I didn't show it to you, Jack, but Ray sent it to me.
Truly extraordinary.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It's like got a plantation home on it.
10,000 square foot home and 4 other small homes that spread across the property, commercial property slash residential property. It's pristine. It's nice. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Did one person end up being the bank or several people go in on it?
One person.
Oh.
They're involved in Land Academy as well. Should I say one group? But they're one entity. So
Yeah.
just one group we went to. And ironically, out of all the people that we used to fund deals, we never got a chance to meet any one of them. Or we barely meet anyone. But this group lives 15 minutes away from us, and they were involved in Land Academy.
I
Wow.
love it.
So it was
I love
crazy.
it.
We got a chance to go to the office, present the deal to them, and even when we bought the deal to them, they just was I don't think they was able to conceive that kind of spread inside the deal, and but
That's
it was
awesome.
there. We knew it was there from the start, and it confirmed it. They went down, they flew down to the property to see it in person, and once they flew down to see the property, they were sold and they was over.
That's so amazing.
Great work, man.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
This is true when we say, look, we tell people, they're like, yeah, right. I'm like, no, I promise. There's money in this group. There's a lot of people with a lot of money in this group, and Ray can truthfully say, oh yeah, there's money here. Don't worry about it.
Well, it was a question, as far as deal partnering. I think the max we had borrowed, or not borrowed, max we partnered with was maybe for a deal. I think our highest deal up to that point was maybe 160. So, now we were looking to get 3.5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's a
I'll tell
huge
you,
jump.
not everybody has the vision that you have. So those types of deals, you have to seek them out, and then you have to see something that most people can't see, and then see it all the way through in your head before you and on a spreadsheet before you put a package together and kind of sell it. So that's a very unique. I mean, Land Academy and people in general are pretty unique, but you have a really special way of seeing these things, Ray. So congratulations, and I please, don't let us not know what happens. We have to, when
Yes.
it closes, you got to let us know too.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys something. I think I have the
Oh.
money to send you guys something.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear when it's all done.
But when I mailed that particular seller, we mailed that county 8 months prior, and he contacted us and he said, "Hey, the parcel is spread across 11 different parcels, 260 acres across 11 different parcels." So we sent them for, I think our mailer, we tapped out somewhere around 25 acres. So the guy called us back and he says, um, I want to sell, but you guys have to. I need to sell everything. I don't want to sell one parcel. So I took a look at the property 8 months prior, and immediately I said, "Oh, this is prime property. It's kind of like over our head." And I told the guy, I said, "I took a look at it. You have some great, great looking land. You got structures, houses. I wasn't really in particular into looking at the houses and the commercial property because we just wanted to buy land." And we walked away from the deal. He was asking 5.5 at that time. And 8 months later, we mailed the same county, and it came back. The same guy called back, and he says, "Look, you keep mailing me. I want to sell, but you have to buy everything." So now, 8 months later, I guess my experience had increased because now I said to the guy, I said, "Look, if you want to sell, this has to make sense for both of us. Clearly, we want to buy, but it just has to make sense for us as well." And
Mm-hmm.
his next sentence was, "Well, I know if I sell this property and you buy everything, I have to leave some meat on the bone." I didn't know he was talking about that much meat, but
Mm-hmm.
however, he was in a predicament, and he needed to get out of it. I mean, the guy, he was going through Parkinson at the time. He knows what he has. You don't have that kind of property and don't know what you have. He just said, "I need to get out of the property. I don't have anybody that's going to inherit the property." He has 4 daughters. His daughters didn't want to maintain the property because he has 5 people that staff at all times on the property that maintains it. And he said, "At the age I'm at, I'm in my mid 70s." He said, "You just caught an old guy at the right time."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the mail does, in my
Yep.
opinion. If you keep it out, it'll sort its way out and find the right buyer, right seller.
I'm so glad to hear you tell this story because a lot of times Jill and I say it, and it's just we've got some credibility, but it really lends a lot of credibility from you as a member to say it versus us. How many times have we all sold a car? We list a car for $10,000. Somebody comes over and flashes 7,000 in your face, and you say, "You know what? I'm so tired of showing this car and doing all this stuff. I'll take your 7. Let's be done with it." That's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing here. And for some reason, not many people, but there's always a handful of people that just doubt that that people sell real estate this way. So This is a great story, and thanks for coming on and sharing.
All right. Thank you guys. I certainly appreciate it. And truly, I'm going to forget you guys' address. I'm going to send you some.
You're awesome.
You know
Thank
what
you
this makes
very
me
much.
think, Jill, is
Yeah.
we need to have a live event early next year, like we're planning,
Um,
because to hear these stories and then maybe to share in a small closed group,
mhm.
share the names of people who are funding deals like this, and I think it would help a lot of people in that room, kind of thing.
Mhm. Are you going to be available next spring, Ray?
I definitely will.
Okay, good.
Y'all willing?
Flying
Okay,
first
good.
class, probably too.
Yeah, exactly. On his home plane.
I think we could do some different things after.
So I got to tell this story. Speaking of gifts, last career path, we had a really successful guy in there, and we were talking about gifts and learning and getting together. And he said, "You know what? I need to send you guys a gift because I made $5.6 million last year." And I said, "I love Wendy's, the restaurant, the fast food restaurant." So he sent me like 300 cards of Wendy's for like $50 each. It was pretty. So when you
Wow.
close this deal, Ray, it'd be really nice of you to send a $50 Wendy's gift certificate.
Not Wendy's. No, no,
It
no.
would
Let
make
Ray
my
do his
day.
own thing. We have enough Wendy's in our life. Thank you.
I got you,
No, we're good without the Wendy's. That's awesome. Thank you. That will be great. So
all
cool.
right,
I'm
guys.
so excited.
Thanks for having me on. Well, Jill, I'll send you the list of stuff everywhere. I'll drop it in your email just to take a look at it.
Yep.
Um, and I'm excited.
Oh, yay. Yep. Thank you.
Glad it worked
Hey.
out, Ray. That's awesome news.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Hey, Lolita. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much for having me on the stage. I have a question that I would like to pose, and I know you all are the experts, I hear,
Thanks.
to answer this question. So I have inherited, well, I've had it forever because my mom's passed away a long time ago, but it's about 40 acres of land, and it's worth, I guess, about 180,000. It's landlocked. It's only well water, and and it's not in an opportunity zone area, which is what I was hoping until I learned a lot about that space. So my question is, last week I received a summons in the mail regarding they want to partition the land, me and about four other people. I'm not interested in doing anything of that sort because I have like dreams for the land. I haven't even had the opportunity because my main job is I'm a nurse case manager, but I'm learning a lot on Clubhouse about real estate and development. So this year or next year was going to be the time that I was going to really dive deep into seeing what actually I can do with the land, so that I have two kids, and hopefully they would be interested in taking on whatever vision that I decide to come up with. So my question is, I know I probably need an attorney to handle this, but do you think, based on the value, it's landlocked, the well water, should I even deal with it? I was, my other thing was I was thinking of possibly just selling it so that I can do another like venture capital deal with some people in my area. I'm on the East Coast for just a whole totally different project because I don't live near the land. I'm about 4 hours away. So I just wanted to pick your brains to see what your thoughts are.
You want to go, Jack? You want to go first?
Yeah. So someone summoned. What are they? Who's summoning you exactly?
I'm like, is it
A
the county?
relative that lives near the land.
Oh, I see.
So they have an interest in the property? So is it shared with somebody else?
Yeah, but my mom's
Oh,
siblings have like 1 to 5 acres. My mom was given 40. So they're just trying to push me out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Whose name
mm.
is the 40-acre property in?
After my mom passed, I inherited it.
So it's actually in your name, not hers.
Did you do
No, we
probate?
redid the title and everything.
Okay.
But I do actually, my ex-husband's name is on it. I mean, to be totally transparent, but I haven't done the paperwork to remove
Yeah.
his, so this whole thing may not even work. I don't know.
So it sounds to me like, we're going to assume that you can get it into your name and all that. So this is my opinion based on what you've said so far here. You can figuratively stick your middle finger up to everybody. There's no signs or anything like that at all. The issue
Okay.
becomes, honestly, for me, and hopefully for you too, is just economics. What's it worth? Is it worth taking on, and all of that? So the best way to do that, the fastest and easiest way to do that, is to get a couple of opinions from real estate agents locally, and then if you like what they say, I actually would contact an attorney, a real estate attorney, that hopefully you can get a referral, not by going on the internet, but get somebody locally there to refer you to good lawyer, and just to see what your options are.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
What's your
was
gut?
thinking of
Like, what do you
doing
think
that.
it's worth?
Well, according to the taxes last year, I think it was worth around 180. So it's
Usually means
appreciated, but
it
it's
might
not
be
really.
more than that. I got to
I mean,
tell
I
you,
think that's
Lolita.
way worth staying involved in this, and retaining a lawyer for a fixed amount to just to see what your options are. Maybe get an
Hmm.
appraisal and maybe list it for sale. You're not going to retire on that, but that's a great amount of money.
Yeah, and I get letters all the time from realtors that want to buy it. But of course, they're
Get letters from
wholesalers, so they're
us.
buying it. Yeah, might have gotten yours.
Exactly.
But
People like us.
actually, but wholesalers, I understand, it's going to be low. I've paid taxes on it forever, over 10 years. I've been, keeping up with everything just until I can decide what to do. But if you feel that it's worth the fight, then I'll go ahead and find an attorney.
I mean, I do. Jill, do you?
What are the taxes? How much are they? Because that gives you an indication too.
About 500 every 6 months or something like
Okay.
that.
You know what? I got to tell you, Lolita, this is because this is our business. Those assessed values are all over the place, and they're not
Hmm.
always the most accurate, and often
Okay.
they're lower than what it really is. So,
Oh. Hmm.
or it could be, it's really easy to go onto Zillow, put in the zip code, the zip code of the property, sort by land, sort by 40 acres, see what's for sale and see what's sold. I would start right there too to get you a little idea of like, oh, look at this. Maybe they're selling for 40,000, maybe they're selling for 400,000, just to give you some thoughts about what might be possible.
So with Zillow, because I only know it's not a street. It's just, I forgot how it's
That's
word, like the
just put in the zip
numbers.
code.
Oh,
You
I
could,
see.
yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have it has an assessor's parcel number, is what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll
exactly. But if you just
look that
put
up.
in the zip code, just to give you an idea for the area, that's what I would
Hmm.
do, just to kind of start looking around, and then when you're looking for somebody, like, hey, I'm going to call a couple local brokers, like Jack just said, which is great, to
Okay.
even get their opinion on it, and they'll do a drive by and check it for you. The good ones will, but
Hmm.
you'll find they'll pop up on Zillow. Make sure they're land, not house people. You can
Gotcha.
tell this guy's selling. Oh, look at this guy. He just sold 3 properties just like mine. I'm going to call him because he knows the area. He knows what's going on, and have him give you an idea of what he could sell it for.
Mm.
That way.
Okay.
I really think that's step one. Jill's right. If you can get as many local opinions about what it's worth, just a range, I bet it's worth a lot more than you think.
That's
If it's,
what I think.
is it assessed for 180?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's worth way more.
That's what I think. And $500 every 6 months, that's $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. What state is it in?
It's in Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. So this is
Yeah.
way worth fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
And
that's
yeah,
good
and
to
I like
know.
if you can get it, and I would go through the path too. You need to get an attorney to get it 100% in your name. Sorry, X, we need to get you off here. And all the
Yeah.
other family member, they can go jump in a lake, like Jack said. I like
That's what I
that.
would do too.
It's yours.
I love you all already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so
You're
much. Yeah,
welcome.
I want to give other people a chance, and I appreciate you allowing me to speak. And thank you so much for the support. And I'll come back and give you
You're
an
welcome.
update.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Awesome.
definitely.
That'd be
All right.
great.
Great.
Thank you so
Great.
much. Okay, have a great
Yep.
day.
You
Bye bye.
You too.
too. Thanks. I love that. So
What a great story.
This is good. This is really good. Yeah, and people, like, we all know to look at how we look at a assessed value is, I just take it with a grain of salt, right? And that's what Lolita's going to know when she goes and does 10 minutes of recon here. She's going to go, holy cow, it's probably it could be worth double that.
Sure, easy, I bet.
Easy. So,
On a
and I'm glad
personal
that's
note, I want to
Virginia,
see her
not
win
West
because,
Virginia. Go ahead.
on a personal note, I would love to see her win because my mom was a case manager, and a $500,000 cash infusion to a nurse case manager is a good thing.
I agree. That's good. So that is awesome. Well, this has been awesome. I'm so happy with a good group here today. I'm really happy for our new Land Academy people. Glad you're here. And if anybody's on here that said, "Oh, I wanted to join. I saw what you guys had going on, this special, but I missed the boat." You didn't miss the boat. It's still actually there. It's kind of hidden. If you go put in the coupon code, it'll still work. So don't tell Brooklyn, Jack. Now you know, but it's still there. So yeah, just snuck that in there. So yeah, check out landacademy.com if you're thinking about doing this. And it will go away at some point today, but right now it's still there. Anything you want to add before we get ready to go to our member call? All right. Oh, yeah. Well, here's another thing. No matter what, if you want to continue the conversation with us, like we were talking about, we're going to be on our member call today in 1 hour and 7 minutes from now. We would love to have you. You can have a free one-time invite. Just send a note to my team at support@landacademy.com, and they'll shoot you over the link to get into the YouTube as a visitor and watch us really dive deep on stuff like this, where we would be talking with Lolita here and pulling up the property and looking at the maps and doing all the stuff together on the, would you do this deal or would you sell this deal? Haha, kind of thing. And all kinds of other great things that we answer. Do you have any special content for us today, Jack? Or is it just kind of I don't know if you have anything you're going to deliver. Is it just kind of...
We're going to look at the news like we always do.
Yes.
And we're going to, you know what? I'm going to surprise you. There's always special content. Sure.
Don't make it mediocre.
Exactly.
Yeah, we recorded a show today where I talked about how to get a deal done with a mediocre partner. It's going to air next Friday, so a week from tomorrow, and we were having a good time with that one. So you guys will want to check that out. It'll be really good. Cool. Thank you, Jack. As always, I am so glad that you have officially joined me and jumped into the sweet world I love here called Clubhouse.
Absolutely, Joe. Great job.
Make sure you follow us. Anybody here that makes sense or you want to, just connect with, make sure you follow them. Follow our Land Investing Club, and you'll know when we go live. And we're always the first and third Thursday of the month at noon Pacific time. So we'd love to have you. And everybody, all our members too, I will see you guys in just about an hour. Thank you and have a good week.
Bye.